Hey everyone, it's Mary from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. In this video, I will be giving you a reading forecast video for our week ahead. I'm not going to say the date because I don't want to discourage anybody that's watching this months, even years later after I've uploaded it, and think that the message is not meant for you, because the message is meant for you because you were drawn to view this. And even if something doesn't quite resonate with you 100%, visit back, because maybe some things have to unfold in your life for the message and the reading to really take effect. That's how it works. So you were drawn to see this, okay? And the cards that I'm going to be working with are the Game of Thrones Tarot. These are awesome cards. I don't know if you've ever watched the TV show Game of Thrones. It's a really great show, but it's got a lot of violence. That's the only thing. I kind of watch it. Dave and I, we watch it with our eyes closed. So kind of stopped watching it, but I still love. I love. I stopped at the fifth season. My sister gifted these for me for my birthday back in October. And I did an unboxing on the cards and a little mini reading with them as well. But I'm working with them now. I'm really drawn to work with them. They're really great cards. I just love the characters of the show and of the cards. Okay, so I have pulled and chosen the cards already, so we can get right into the reading. Okay, so the first card that I chose was the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is feeling sadness and feeling a bit maybe depressed and feeling a bit alone and feeling like you got like there was a lot of issues that's going on and something is holding you back. You just feel really down, and you're at a really low point in your life. Maybe you've been feeling down, like it's after the holidays, you know, after the Christmas rush or whatever, what you celebrate or don't celebrate, but you're still that energy. It's all over with. Now we're in, well, if you're watching this when I upload it, we're in early January. So you're feeling, okay, where do I go from here? I've gotten some, I'm feeling some sadness. I have some goals that I want to accomplish. Where do I start? And you feel just overwhelmed and a little bit like uneasy. So there's some things that you need to do to free yourself from this. One is to know that what you're feeling, you're feeling the real thing, but that is your mind also telling you these things, that it's like this and it's making you feel really hurt. Trust me, I've been there. I have had that. At the beginning of the year, I developed vertigo for some reason. It's like, where did this come from? My world was just spinning around and I had goals. I couldn't work out. Like, you know, we all are like, after the new year, we're like, yes, I want to get into the gym. I want to really, you know, pump some iron and do that, go on the treadmill and just get my, health and fitness all in order. And I couldn't, because I felt like the world was just spinning around. And, it's lasted I went to the doctor, everything's okay, but just giving you an example of what I went through. And you know what? It was just, it actually made me depressed. I felt really sad. I felt because it was like things that it was like, oh, I'm backtracked, and there's some other projects that I got going and I can't get things going. So, whatever that was, it was like something that I had to go through because of changes that are going on in my life. There's a lot of changes that are happening with my living area, okay? And I won't get into it, but anyways, it was just all of these things all at once. My world was spinning, so Spirit said, you need to take a break and rest. And I released a lot. I did a lot of meditating, and I just went with the flow. And I found what really helped was not to resist so much, was just to go with the dance, go with the flow. Sometimes it feels as though we can't allow that to happen. We want to try to control. And when we try to control it, we actually make ourselves feel more stuck. We feel more restricted. We feel more like we feel hurt because we let ourselves down, and that is us. That's our minds telling us that. We hold on to resentment, we hold on to the anger, we hold on to whatever. Our minds make up a story about a person or, people in our lives, and we just actually believe it. We actually believe those things because we've had some trauma in the past. And guess what? Some things happen in our life. Well, the trauma that we had, the way past, is actually right here, and it feels like it's so real. And we just develop this hurt and this anger, and it's just stuff. But it's basically, we've got to deal with it, because if you don't deal with it, you end up holding it in, and you know what? It results into a health problem. Okay, and that's what vertigo did to me. It just made my head go in a spin because I felt like there was nowhere to turn. There was nothing for me to do. There's lots of renovations going on. They tore down my sunroom. They tore down my my patio. That was my storage room, and it's like I got evicted. They're telling me to leave, and there's nothing out there because it's like, you know, it's in the middle of winter, and you know, blah 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 blah. And to top it all off, it's Christmas, and it's like, oh my God. So it's like, you know, all those things, you know, not dealing with it. I mean, I do deal with it the best I can, but you really got to deal with these things inside, face them and say, it's not real. It's not going to last. Like, put those fear to rest, whatever is going on, all that sadness, that restriction, it's made up. Tomorrow's another day. Yes, sometimes things don't happen the way we want them to, but we can't try to control it. Sometimes we have to allow things just to unfold in our life so we can see the bigger picture, okay? And the second card is the Seven of Pentacles. Or sorry, it's the Seven of Coins. No, did I say that? Seven of Cups, sorry. It's a bit dark. It's getting darker right now. And as you can see, he's, well, castle's in the air. He's got lots of ideas, and he's overwhelmed. He's a bit overwhelmed. He's feeling a bit uneasy about everything. He's got way too many choices and too many things. He's actually disillusioned. That's how I see the Seven of Cups. There's a bit of disillusionment, and where that's taking you is that your mind is on overdrive. And it kind of relates to what I was talking about, the Three of Swords. So many choices. Some things are not as they appear. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay. Yeah, I can name some things that happened to me this week. And I pulled the Seven of Cups, and I came home and I go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Some things don't look like, you know, some things look so amazing, and they might be just the right thing, and it's not. You're actually disillusioning yourself. But what I'm saying is that there's more to the situation. Not that it's not true. It's just more like, examine everything. Like, really evaluate everything. Look at everything. Look at the details. Look at the fine print. Look at things. Sometimes people are not themselves. You know, maybe somebody's being a little cold to you. Somebody's being just a bit distant, and they're not opening up to you. Sometimes that happens, and then, you know, there's more to it. Maybe that person's got some stuff on their mind. They are going through some things that are not really true, and it's like, kind of like their truth. I meant, it's like, and they're reacting a certain way. Okay, everything's not the way it appears. So don't make up a story. That's what I'm trying to say. That's really big. That's hitting home big time, big time, big time. More to the situation. You got bigger fish to fry. That's what I always say. Okay. Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins is patience. It's waiting for the harvest. It's waiting for something to blossom. It's waiting for something to just happen. Coins actually are relating to the work situation. Actually, it's earthy. It's very earthy stuff. So there's some stuff that's going on in your life that you got projects, even a person waiting for something. Some things are, you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for, when am I going to get in touch with that person? When am I ever going to talk to him or her? When are we going to get back together? You know, I've heard your questions, and I'm just, some people are popping up in my mind, and if you'll know who I'm talking about when while you're watching this, she's talking about me. I probably am. Because we talked about this recent, and you're actually waiting for that person to come back, because you know that you and this person, like, you go through these episodes, and it's like you reconcile, or you're talking and you're not talking, and you're back and forth. Well, this person, I have to say, they are waiting and procrastinating big time. I have to say that's what it is. It's kind of like patience. This person's got lots of stuff that they got to work through. Actually, because it's a garden, right? That's what he's got here. He's got a garden, and he's waiting for things to blossom. He's waiting for things to unfold. He's waiting for the flower to bloom. but it's not blooming yet, and he's got to wait for it. It's winter right now where I'm at in North America, so it's like, yeah, spring is, you know, a couple months away, 3 months away. So spring to start, time to plant flowers and to plant things. So this is patience. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You can't rush things. You can't force things. That's the message that's coming really loud and clear. Wait for things to happen. Don't rush, because the more you try to rush things, the more you're going to push things away from you. And patience is the best thing. And you got to just let go of the stories that you keep telling, that keep popping up in your mind, that you're no good, you're feeling inadequate, feeling not good enough. And that's why we got the Three of Swords here, because we feel humiliated in some way. We feel really hurt. You know, we feel like, you know, life has just gave us a bad something. You know, it's like we just feel like things haven't, it's not working out for you. It's major depression, is what it is, but it's insanity is what it is. Sorry, I don't want to offend anybody about that. Trust me, I've had my share of depression. I have. And some of you know my story, and it's like, you know, it's pretty intense. So it's like, you know, I've been there. That's why I do these talks. That's why I do what I do, because it powered me up. It really did. It gave me the strength and to help other people. And, you know, if I can give a message to anybody, hey, it's, you know, just an energy. It's just an energy exchange. That's basically what it's all about. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just everything that you're going through, it's just an illusion, but it feels real. Not what you're feeling is wrong. You're not wrong for what you're feeling, because you know what you're feeling. And I know it's, when we feel hurt, we feel sad, we can't help it. But you got to know that you will pass. It will pass you, and you got to just hang in there. Be patient. There's some really good stuff coming to you. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is actually a beautiful garden, but you got to be patient. You got to wait. Just be patient and just trust and know that it's coming. Like this 2019, if you're watching this at the beginning, it's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be a really great year. It's a number 3 year for us, and this is a great time for getting things done, manifesting our dreams, our goals. But you got to get the work done, right? You got to start. Like Uranus just went direct. It was retrograde. No more retrograded planets. Yay! until next Mercury retrograde or the other. I don't got my calendar in front of me, but right now we can start and plan things ahead. I mean, the retrogrades never stopped me before, but it did energetically. It did stop me from doing things that I wanted to do. I kind of felt that resistance, but now everything is going really well. Things are going to start to happen. Things are going to start to shift. We are shifting. We are coming to it's a really great time on this planet right now. It's intense, but we are shifting. Changes. There's going to be a lot of changes in life, you know, and sometimes things might not look pleasant that are happening, but they are pleasant. Things are really positive that are happening. And I know I keep saying positive, and you know, I sound like, oh, you know, it's like everything is just, it is good. But we have to go through the change, and change doesn't look good when we first go into it, but it actually is something that's necessary. It's like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, you know. We got to go through the transition, renovations, you know. I sure had my share of renovations, listening to the renovations, and well, if you've followed me on social media, you know my story. But anyways, the renovations that happened were so loud. Then it's all the things that happened. I'm just giving you an example that it's actually a really beautiful thing, because things are taking place. Things are more warmer now. Things are more brighter. My place is warmer. That's why I said warmer, but warmer energetically. You know, things are going to start to take place. I get the vibe. It's really great vibes I get for 2019. It's going to be a great, great year for us. It really is. It really is. Yeah, and yeah, I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and I hope it gave you some insights, because that's what all my readings that I do each week that I post here is, to give you some insights, to give you some energy, to just spread some fairy dust, like I say, you know, and just to give you a smile and just to give you some hope. That's why I do this. And yeah, and if you're interested in getting a longer reading with me, you can always visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and you can book a reading right there. And yeah, until the next video, I wish you peace, love, and all the healing